Now, we've been to Royalton before, back in 2022, at a time when it was called the Royalton White Sands Resort, which is located in Trelawney, Jamaica, and now we've decided to return again. We hadn't recorded the experience the first time around in terms of having a long format vlog video, but we decided to do so this time around in late December 2023, basically close to New Year's Day. Our stay at Royalton was quite extensive, which included excursions and stops around Trelawney and St. Anne. Some of the footage I had to exclude from this final video, but I decided to upload them separately, and you guys can check those out too as soon as they're uploaded. Now, why the revisit, you may ask? Well, Royalton had undergone some rebranding changes back in 2023, as you can see detailed within their press release. So we found this a prime opportunity to vlog our experience, as well as to see if there are any significant changes made to any part of the now known Hideaway at Royalton Blue Waters Resort. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks for tuning in again. Our journey practically started within Trelawney, Jamaica, after a few stops driving for over an hour from the capital, Kingston. Don't worry, we will book a Montego Bay flight the next time around. Our stop was basically to grab a quick lunch and stretch our legs, though we had passed the resort. I was hoping for a more pristine weather condition, one that would highlight the resort's aesthetics, but as you can see, it's quite an overcast day and it was rainy as well. Upon arrival and checking in, we were greeted with the usual Christmas decor and lightings. At both our 2022 and 2023 visits, we stayed in what they termed a luxury room. So this should be a fair comparison considering it's the same room type. We had not taken much video footage of our previous room stay, so we figured it was best to display photo media of our last stay versus a video coverage of our most recent stay. A funny thing that I noticed when looking up this resort on a search engine, for example, the address, it would at times display it being located in Trelawney and at another time in Montego Bay, Jamaica. I'm wondering if it's on the border of both locations. I love hearing these tree frogs in the background whenever I visit Jamaica. Some scenes we recorded with our phone cams and others with a GoPro. It was our attempt at managing our GoPro storage and battery life. And also, just to note, at various points in the video, I had to cut out the background music or sound as to avoid copyright. And here's how we started our first night tour. Our first stop was at this chill area with a bar and the DJ jazzing us with melodies and tunes throughout the night. Enjoying drinks. Then we took a trip to the Scores Sports Bar, seated at a cricket ball table. We took a look at the menu even though we didn't went for anything heavy. Just some fries and fried wings. I gotta say the design theme is in line with the name. Since the start of this video, the weather has been pretty overcast. So I was hoping by morning we would be able to get some pics and clips under more pristine conditions. So we decided to take a tour around the property as a first thing to do before having breakfast. Going back to the front end of the property, this is the area where you basically check in at arrival or make your way out on departure. It has a nice seating area, one on said floor and the other down below. The one above has an overview looking into the resort with two main buildings on either side, along with smaller facilities and a restaurant as well. To be honest, we were going back to this resort looking for a complete overhaul or significant revamp done to the surrounding main buildings or infrastructure. But a lot of the changes seem to have been done to the resort rooms and other smaller details, which is still a revamp, of course, to some degree. I also asked myself what would merit such a change based on my expectations. And I don't know much about project management, but I think the complete overhaul that I was looking forward to would probably stretch longer than a year based on when they actually started. Because our first visit was in the early part of 2022, and now here we are in December of 2023. Now that building that you just saw with the two statues guarding the entrance is the Zen restaurant, known for its Japanese cuisines. There are a total of 12 restaurants here at this resort, some catering to a specific style or cuisine, some you have to make a booking for, and a main dining gourmet restaurant. I think we tried half, if not 5 of these. For more media on some of these restaurants, you can find them on our social pages by checking the links down in the description below. Now this is what the beach looks like under overcast weather. Staff worker doing his due diligence. A lot of seaweed washed up onto the shore. Now making our way over to Royalton Blue Waters. Here there are 2 main buildings on this side, along with some smaller facilities. You can also spot the Royalton Excursions building, and behind that we have a new developing resort, which should now be completed in the latter part of 2024. Don't quote me. And here's a close-up of this new resort that is being developed. Here we have this pool section and a pool bar over by Royalton Blue Waters. Private cabanas, some of which I think are exclusive to private membership groups under Royalton Resorts. Within this centric area, Royalton hosts its nightly events. There are or should be some pool tables here as well. There is a cafe or snack shop, the nightly club, and a sports bar as well. So it is a central venue. The flickering lights you see aren't actually like that, but it's due to my recording device's frame rate captures and the bulb's frequency change. Checking the cafe shop, looking at what they got. Then it was finally breakfast time at the main gourmet restaurant called Gourmet Marché. But before that, I decided to take in this gentleman right here, trying to allure or add to the breakfast vibe with his guitar melodies. Our breakfast was diverse, consisting of ackee, beans, omelette, Jamaican Johnny cakes, bacon, and yam. So of course, our stay did not only consist of staying at the resort, we had some planned excursions as well. We ventured out into parts of St. Anne and other areas within Trelawney as well. We, however, excluded parts of the excursions from this resort walkthrough video as we didn't want the playtime to exceed more than half an hour. We will upload those clips separately, however, as soon as we do, you guys can check those out too as well. Alright. There in Jamaica, you see me? Active. Active.
We're here in Jamaica, man. Having a great time.
The excursions practically consisted of visiting the well-known Dolphin Cove, located within Ocho Rios, Jamaica. We also went horseback riding on the shores of Ocho Rios. Please bear in mind these aren't licensed operators, but locals within the area that offer these services. We also visited Chukka Good Hope within Trelawney. We also went on a bike ride tour through the local rural communities of Trelawney, especially Fountabelle. And what's a Jamaican visit without a bit of souvenir window shopping? We actually got a few stuff, however, mostly Jamaican branded clothing. Jump into dinner later on that evening, we decided to dine at the El Dorado Seafood Grill. Had some bread and butter to start things off. Then it was onwards to the main course.
Let's go. You ready, girls? These girls got it going. Ready? Yeah, if you all sitting together right here? Yeah? Come over here. You don't want to block this right here?
After dinner, we decided to check the nightclub out. It was located on the same building as a sports bar that we were at before. It was mostly karaoke taking place in the club. I had, however, decided to cut some of the sound out just in case. It was mostly teens enjoying themselves for the night. We didn't really do much for the rest of the night as we were totally beat from the outside tours from earlier on. After a good night's rest, the following morning we had something hearty to start our day at the Gourmet Marché restaurant again. We namely had hash browns, callaloo, ackee, Jamaican Johnny cakes or fried dumplings, beef, a little bit of onions, milk, coffee, and water. So, for this morning, we got a bit more better sunlight, though the overcasting weather, it seemed, was still upon us. Another view of the pirate-themed water park along with the Gourmet Marché restaurant to its left. Over by the pool again at Royalton Blue Waters. The private cabanas up close. Then it was pool time, starting with the jacuzzi. Beside this pool, here we have the Grasse Italian Trattoria Restaurant. I hope I said that right. Here we have what looks like a lazy river pool over by Blue Waters with some overhead sprinklers here and there. So it wasn't just a pool day, but a beach and pool day all in one. Royalton's private little island. After beach and the pool, it was time to savor some Italian delight at the Grasse Italian Trattoria, situated beside the pool over by Hideaway. We decided for an exterior setting rather than interior dining. What's Italian without pizza? For the rest of the evening, we basically rested and was preparing for later on in the night, which was basically New Year's night. So we were anticipating some event to take place. Occasionally, you can find some type of performance here at Royalton in the night, whether it be a solo singer or a DJ. Even during the morning times at specific locations, such as having breakfast at the gourmet restaurant. Tonight, however, we came across a cultural performance, highlighting aspects of the Jamaican culture and maybe the Caribbean as well, to an extent. Remember when I said I thought we tried 5 or 6 restaurants here? Now I'm thinking it's even more when I come to consider the Jerkot and the Zen Japanese restaurant, which I didn't include in this video, but you guys can surely find snippets of these moments on our social handles. But yeah, dinner time it was at the Hunter's Steakhouse restaurant. So, to kick things off, we had bread and sausages for starters. Then, for the main course, we went on to the steak. Of course, mine was well done. As you can see, mashed potato as well as a side. And fries too, of course. So I thought I'd capture some clips of the property at night, after dinner, leading up to the big New Year's night event. And here is the setup leading up to the big event. A lot of friends and family are out, even the resort staff. People from all over the globe, from different walks of life, have gathered to celebrate here on this night.
You know this time when it reaches out to the zero, you're in a brand new year.
Tashana, can you hear me?
Switch to a brand new gear.
Can you hear me?
Everybody get ready. Oh my days, 2024 coming in less than 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
25, 24. All right, we're gonna wait until we get a little closer.
Lord Jesus, have mercy.
The new year is about to grace its
I want to hear everybody start counting down now. We're ready. Let's go.
10, 9,
8. Let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's happening? Happy New Year!
So, in summary, it was a great experience concerning the food, the entertainment, and water-related activities, especially during a festive month. We did not see much overhaul done on the infrastructure, even though we thought that was the case, or it was the main thing that we were looking out for. The rooms definitely changed, and subtle details across the property as well. Remember, this was an experience from December 2023, so maybe a few more stuff has changed since then. Again, thank you guys for watching, and see you on our next adventure.